It's great to be back. We exactly a year ago launched our first version of our iPad app at NOAH. It's a great crowd to join. I'm going to talk to you about leisure travel and the problems people have when they try to book a great vacation. So most people that think about their vacation, they have these kind of pictures in their head when they're sort of in the discovery or decision-making phase. The stuff they're being sold through the existing travel infrastructure is this crap. And actually, I know very few people who will say, oh, that's fine, as long as there's beer and beach and booze, I'm happy. In numbers, that segment of the market, low cost, no differentiation of product, is not more than 12%. So there's more than 85% of the market that's underserviced in terms of finding a great vacation. And the thing about finding a great vacation is people have lots of different reasons why they travel, right? Some people, they have different experiences that they want to have. They travel because they want to travel with their family or with their loved ones or alone. And increasingly, those wishes are not tied to demographics. People who have a lot of money will fly charter, spend 3 days in a luxury hotel, then go backpack on a trekking tour and fly back with their miles. And that's the kind of profile that's increasing, that now is more than 40% of the market and is completely underserviced by the existing distribution infrastructure of the industry. So, and guess what? Comparing prices is not the best way to find the type of experiences that you want to have. And there's a very simple thing. I mean, if you look at Expedia, it's like an autistic travel agent. Imagine you go to a travel agent, a human being, and whatever you were saying, the human being would be saying, where do you want to go? How many people and from which airport? Those are not the first questions you ask yourself when you're a leisure traveler. When you're a business traveler, you're at NOAH and you want to spontaneously book a hotel night, like my brother and I did yesterday, that's fine because you already know where you are. But when you're planning your vacation, other things are on your mind. Can I windsurf? Is there a great spa? Those are the questions that remain unanswered. So despite the fact that we've had 12 or 13 years of great online travel innovation, it's still broken. You have to know where you go. You still have problems vetting it against your tastes. You're still asking friends. People still go to travel agents to get the convenience of having a tour package for them. So instead of having platforms that allow the customer to customize their trip and then book that customized trip, people have to go through websites that basically only offer price comparison. We're trying to fix that. We bring the fun to the booking process. On our platforms, on mobile and on the web, you can combine and customize your trip the way you want it on a timeline. You can influence and you can search for certain room configurations. You can decide whether you want to fly on miles or not. And you can decide the type of experiences that you want to have. And the great thing about that is if you do that, there's actually an opportunity for providers as well. So the world of providers has not been improved by online travel. Bookings of hotels are more and more short-term at lower and lower prices for more and more standard inventory, which is also the reason why great boutique inventory typically isn't found on online price comparison sites. If you want to fix that, you have to give customers a reason to book earlier at a higher value. And customers will only book earlier at a higher value if they get a better experience for that or something that's more customized to their needs. That's what we fix, thus creating an opportunity for the customer to have fun while customizing their trip, and for the provider, the hotel, to generate ancillary revenues, and for people who sell excursions on the ground to sell those to customers earlier than spontaneously on the ground or through the concierge. So what does that mean? It means we redefine the trip by the core activity, the main reason that the customer is trying to travel. That could be anything. It could be a combination of different things since you rarely travel alone. And the way it works in our fulfillment system is, on the one hand, you have the standard components of a trip, such as the accommodation, hotel transfer, or transportation. But on the right side of the screen here, you see additional experiences that you can book and combine with your trip booking. And the interesting thing is, most people worry about the right side of the screen when they're on the ground, and typically they miss out. They don't get the best prices, they don't get the best seats, or they miss out entirely. We give them an opportunity to book that beforehand and be sure that their trip is going to deliver the type of experience and the type of enjoyment that they were thinking of initially when they were thinking about having that vacation. The way we do it is through different digital platforms, so not only on the web, but on the iPhone, the iPad, and on Android, soon to be released. And we allow people to do the social vetting that they do, so asking their friends what they think, or finding out who of their friends has already been there. We allow them to do that on the platform by integrating social networks. And of course, TripAdvisor reviews. Our inventory has grown 5-fold in the past year after we launched, so it's 18,000 products that are accessible right now worldwide in the most interesting long-haul destinations and increasingly in short-haul destinations in Europe. So to sum it up, the differentiation we have is personalized discovery, experience-based inventory, and on the provider side, we have an online tour operator model, which means there are no more intermediaries between the provider and the customer than us. And that means more revenue to providers, despite us having an average margin on our business of 18%. In terms of the business model, this sourcing directly from the provider means we have better sourcing costs, but the fact that we give the customer a better value proposition and have integrated social features also means that our customer acquisition costs are 50% less than anyone else in the industry. Last 6 months, €7 per booking. In terms of how the industry works, the disintermediation I was talking about means that if you cut out all the intermediaries that the traditional distribution model has, there's 40% of the market rate that can be redistributed. And those 40% translate into a significant advantage for the customer and also for us in terms of increasing our profit margin, which is 3 times what the industry averages. The other advantage is we're not tied to certain seasonalities because we can adapt our inventory in real time to whatever the season needs or the customer segments that we're addressing need. And that means that the typical seasonal gluts are pretty much averaging out at the same level. And the reason that's the case is on the right side is because we cover a wide variety of destinations, and depending on the weather, political situation, and demand, we can adjust our inventory in real time. We're poised for growth, which is probably why we got the compliment of being called a player ahead of our game. The model shows that we're probably going to grow by up to 15x in the next 18 to 24 months. And we're very happy that we've reached a point where our metrics beat the ones in the industry and allow us to have this growth. Thanks a lot.